For more on the latest launch by North Korea, we're joined by Greg Terryn. He's a policy analyst at the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation in Washington, D.C. Good to speak to you. So North Korea has fired 4 ballistic missiles, and that is the second time it has launched missiles since Trump became U.S. president. What does this suggest?
So it's important to recognize that this is destabilizing, it's provocative, but is not new and is not surprising. North Korea last year launched 20 ballistic missiles at least and conducted 2 nuclear tests. So this is business as usual for North Korea.
So the first reaction usually after the launch of a missile by North Korea is that it's condemned by the UN, the US, South Korea and Japan. Is there more they can take? Can they take more measures?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. There's a cyclical response to every North Korean action that involves condemnation from the international community, a combination of strengthening sanctions and applying new sanctions, and then North Korea progresses undeterred. The challenge is going to have to be met with negotiations, frankly. The United States has to be at the front of this. Enforcing sanctions is important and they need to be continued and strengthened, but it's going to require diplomatic engagement. President Donald Trump considers himself a deal maker, and there's a deal to be had here with North Korea.
And what sanctions are we talking about?
So, for instance, North Korea's exportation of coal to China has been a huge reliance for their economy. Just last month, China put a block on those exports for the 2017 year. That's extra incentive. But one of the main problems is North Korea is using state-run companies through China to circumnavigate sanctions. And what that's going to require is increased capability by countries in the region to help implement and enforce the sanctions that are applied on North Korea. If they can skirt around them, there's not enough pressure on North Korea to bring them effectively to the table.
And what kind of deal could they do with North Korea?
Yeah, so the first goal should be a freeze. You're looking to prevent further missile launches, further nuclear tests, further production of nuclear weapons by North Korea. That should be a first step and a good goal. Denuclearization can come later, but the first step should be stopping North Korea's progress. The status quo is not on our side. Time is not on our side with this issue. Every new capability North Korea develops is going to be difficult for them to give up.
Thank you for joining us here on TRT World, Greg Terryn.